Seems to be okay. What's that say? Oh, video only mode.
Father, please, you can have my...
Not working? Has it just gone white? There you go, it's got a text in there. Should be it, and then text just disappears. Come on. Alright, fine. Put my own text in. If I can. Alright, I don't know if this is actually streaming. Apologise if it is. Yeah, I think it might actually be. Oops. I'm not sure. Let me get out of this. Oh yeah, it might be. Oops. Well, consider it behind the scenes then. I was actually looking for a screen share, if I'm honest. I'm sure there was one on this. It's really important. Because if I could show you my screen, there's some really cool stuff I've got to show you. 1 second. Let's try that. No, that's not it. Remote control connection. But that's not really what we're looking for. It might work though. This is one of those really frustrating night. I will unlist this because this is not meant. I didn't really mean to go live. To be quite frank, I'm not even going to try and cover it. I'm not. I'm not supposed to be live at all. But since I am. This is what I'm looking at the moment. This is my Patreon, and it's still not finished because well, there's no rush, right? There's just no rush. But when people hear the word Patreon, they just go, oh yeah, paywall, and they avoid it. And I kind of avoid it for years because of that stigma of it. I get it. And then I sort of had a look at it because I've never bought anything from Patreon either until there's a guy called Charlie Hopkinson does something I really enjoy. So I ended up joining Patreon for that, and I saw it had a creator thing on there, and I still never really touched it. And then I messed with it for the first time and found out not only can you put all of your content on there for free, but you can put it on there. So I don't know if I can show you now, but you can put it on there so that there's a couple of choices. Obviously paid membership, all that shit. Or you can put it on to there as free, but you got to be a member, meaning you got to sign up to the website, which is common in most websites. Or completely free, meaning people didn't even have to sign up. So you can go to it like, even YouTube, I think, makes you sign up to comment, isn't it, right? This one, I don't know about commenting, but it just lets you watch. So this is like this is my creator page, and like I say, it's not finished because there's no rush because nobody's on here at the moment. So I'm taking my time over it. But if I go to the page that you would see, this is the one that you would see. And so like you've got home, poster collections. The collections, I don't know if it's going to work for me on here because it's is it the published page? Actually, this should work. It's not. Why is it not working? Oh no, it's an edit. Sorry, it's editing the page. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to actually bring up the real page. 1 second. Yeah, I wasn't watching what I was doing. So this is the page that people see. You know, and so you've got like, so it comes up straight with the latest newsletter there. And I'm getting to a point here in popular posts, and then I've posted my music on there for the soundtracks. But the point of it being is it's a website. Instead of me having to pay for a fucking website, which has been the bane of running a podcast over the years, is trying to pay for a website on top of everything, keeping the costs down. Patreon's a perfect website. It really is. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. It really is. You've got all the posts that you make under a section of our own. you've got like collections, so you can make video collections. You can make collections of news posts, anything, history of the channel, anything you want. You can put live chatting, but I don't do all that shit. But also as well, like I say, when someone's logging on, they come straight onto what looks like a nice website, and like I say, the latest post, and it's a website, and then bang, straight to the channel if you want to go and watch it. That's a website, right? So like I say, so when it came to actually editing it, let me go here a second. When it came to actually editing, I was like, yeah, but the catch is going to be trying to upload it so people can watch it for free. So let's imagine we're going to upload something, I don't know, post something, right? And this is where I really found out, oh, free access. And I thought they'd be against it. They actually do recommend it as well. Free access. And you look there, everyone. So you can have free and paid members, free members only, all that bollocks. But you can just have someone come straight on, no logging in, no account, no nothing. And they can see everything everybody else can. But on a nice, laid out website. So if people did come over to the Patreon, I would feel more pressure to get it up to date. But I'm gradually loading it up with music. I'm gradually loading it up with the right videos. I'm gradually loading up with articles, slowly but surely. I'm not going to say there's nothing I'd ever charge for, and I'm not going to say there is, because that's not on the cards at the moment. It is just about I've paid for 3 or 4 websites over the years, and all of them have cost an arm and a leg. One of them got the numbers. It was never really worth paying for, though. This is a website for free that people can go to get exactly the same material. I think it's giving me like 100 hours a month that I can upload for you guys, and you don't have to pay a penny. So I'm not going to try and push it on you, but what I will do is I'll provide the link to it with my other links. I think it might be on my YouTube link. Just bear in mind, if you see Patreon come up, that's not the paywall. That's not the place where, oh yeah, that's where we go to pay. It's just another way of accessing my stuff, where I'm trying to make it all, everything in one place. Hey Vin, how you doing, buddy? Sorry mate, I didn't see you. Said hi. Everybody's saying this said hi thing. And I don't know what, this is an internet term, obviously, because it's new to me, and yet everybody's saying it. Hey Vin, yeah, I didn't mean to go live. I pressed the live button and went live by mistake, so I thought I better make something of it now. But yeah, I don't know why it says only I can see that, though. I thought, oh, because there's nothing in it. But yeah, you know, like I started putting the soundtrack for Zero News and that in there, and it just gives me time to flesh out a whole website. So by the end of it, you got a website there, you got content there, and like I say, the real clincher for me was, if people have to give their email and sign in, they're not going to want to use it. Doesn't require email, doesn't require sign in, doesn't require money, doesn't require info, just requires you to go and watch what you want to watch, read what you want to read. So it's a website, and it's plain and simple. So, like I say, I'll include that link in future with things, if in case you want to go over there, because it's nice and neat, easy laid out. And like I say, the only thing about it that's a downside is that it's a little bit behind with some of the videos, because with nobody being there, I've got no pressure to rush things on there. But it's nice and neat, tidy. It's lovely. It's actually something I'm more proud of, and I put the least work into. But yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to be doing different work on here. I mean, this is when I boot up my machine now. Really, you shouldn't show behind the curtain, and I don't do this very often. I've been caught out by going live by mistake. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, there's people with multiple accounts, but you create them under one account. All of these are valid. These all mean something. They're not just because I like having lots of accounts. And I'm not going to point to them, but at least 2 of these have got access to video on them, for instance, and Gemini. So it gives you an idea as to why they're there. And also because having accounts linked through the same email means that should you get monetized on an account, if a channel gets demonetized, that affects every other single channel that you've got on that email. So if you get one channel demonetized and you've got 6 channels, you'll get 6 channels demonetized. So every channel I ever cared about making, you make on a separate email address. Otherwise, they can take a lot of money off you overnight and you haven't got a leg to stand on. Hey, Steve. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. That white bar I put in the way, I can't see anything now. Hang on a minute. It's got to go. How you doing, Steve? All right, mate. Yeah, I turned this on by mistake, Steve. So yeah, this one's more that, let me get into it first. This one's more the Winding Owen Jones one up. But I'm really careful about what. So I'm supposed to be sitting here putting the videos together. I've been filming all day. I say filming bits and pieces all day, and I've got lots of stuff on the cloud ready to go. I should be sitting here editing. I don't know what's the matter with me. Like, I've been doing the lives, I've been enjoying that. I've been doing the videos, I've been enjoying doing the research, but I'm struggling sitting here trying to put a video together, and that's the easiest part for me, normally. I have spoke to a lot of people today about a lot of things, but it's like it's almost like a writer's block, except I haven't got the block. Like, I know exactly what I want. I know how it's going to look if I do it right. In my head, it's already kind of made to a point, but it's not, because I've got to actually do it. And every now and again, it's not. I don't know how to call it. I'm going to say mental block because I don't know how to articulate it. But it's like I can see it, I can feel it, I know how to make it, and yet there's something in the way of me making it making it actual. And it could just be I'm tired, but I hate it. I hate it because I've been filming bits and pieces all day with the exact purpose of making this video, and now I haven't got the fuel in the engine to make it. And I only tell you this because, one, I'm going to delete this video, but two, because this is not just me. I know loads of people who end up in situations like this, like who make these videos and that, and they are all not all, but a lot of them go through a nightmare. Like, I know loads of people who delete like 10 videos a day, like me, or not a day. But I know loads of people who will delete video after video. And that's what I'm worried about. All those videos I recorded today, if they fall out of favour with me tomorrow, I'll delete a lot of them. And the problem with that, you wouldn't think there'd be a problem with that. To me, everything I've deleted has been good riddance. But Welcome to Southampton, which, whilst flawed, was arguably one of my greatest achievements at the time, came within, well, multiple times within minutes of the bin. And I mean properly gone, erased. It was only through blind luck that someone I'd sent it to a week before had seen it on the day that I'd had enough, and got hold of me and said to me, you still got that, yeah? And I was like, oh, why, and they were telling me like you've got to finish that, you've got, and it wasn't until someone, like, because I was in a bubble with that, and just thinking, wow, what is the point of this? This is shite, and I will do this with every video I make, whether it's true, whether it's not. And it just took someone to go, well, just finish it, and that made me finish it, and the rest was kind of history, because that video ended up, only doing a few thousand on my channel, but it did about 35,000, 40,000 on Urban Scoop, and that was then. Oh, try to update then. So, that's the one thing about throwing stuff away, thinking you're being grown up, and I'm just throwing it away because it's shit. Trouble is, judging your own work is not always easy. Hang on a minute, what's this? Oh, this guy. I mean, I've never seen anything as retweeted as this guy that's been let into Britain. This basic terrorist. Um, his avatar, I'm actually familiar with already, just from this morning, because I've seen so many pictures of that over X today that, yeah, I know it off by heart already. I've never seen so many retweets of the same images, and I mean they have got this guy's tweets, and they really have let the world have it and shown them everything this guy said. But my God, there's just one after another, and what's more embarrassing is Keir Starmer is got his post out there saying, "Oh, I'm so glad he's home and safe with his loved ones." Like, and this is the guy saying, talking about how there's not enough white genocide. And you talk to most of them, and they come out telling you they're the ones who's oppressed and victims. I seriously hate white people, especially those of English or Dutch or German descent. And he was talking about white genocide being a good thing, and all of his posts are the same. Everybody's going apeshit about it. Starmer was actually... Let me read you Keir Starmer's post. Hang on a minute. Right, bear in mind, all of this is... When I say I've seen that picture loads of times, I'm not exaggerating. It's everywhere. All over X. I've never seen so much coverage of one person and one image. Although Carl Benjamin makes a good point. Crazy how specific this guy is. And he is. All of his posts are very, very specific. Almost troll-like. Anyway, let me get Mr. Starmer, because it must be in his last few posts. Hang on a minute, you've got to get the right Starmer, because there's so many fake accounts of his. So if I'd known I was going to do live, I would have gone on the studio and we could have done a live together. This was a press of the button I didn't mean to make. So this is not a live I intended to do. I really have a video to make. But if we're here, then I know you won't probably be able to read that, but I just want to show you it's the post I'm on, yeah? It says, I'm delighted that I don't even want to say the guy's name. I don't want to learn to say it. Is back in the UK and has been reunited with his loved ones, who must be feeling profound relief, unlike the rest of the country. I want to pay tribute to Allah's family and all those that have worked and campaigned for this moment. Allah's case has been a top priority for my government since we came into office. I'm grateful to President Sisi for his decision to grant the pardon. Let me see if we can get some of his... For some of you that may not know the story, let's see if we can get some of his tweets up for you to see why people are so disgusted with this guy being shipped over. Oh, hang on. It might not be as easy as I thought. There was loads... hang on. I don't know what the search engine's like on X, so we'll have to see. Ah, here we go. Wasn't hard to find. There you go. And this is. I mean, I've just seen this. This is not. You heard that? How long that took me to find? Yeah. This is all over X. I'm delighted that whatever his fucking name is back in the UK. It's been my top priority. So just with quoting what I've just read to you. Dear Zionists, please don't ever talk to me. I'm a violent person who advocated the killing of all Zionists, including civilians, to fuck off. Because no medicine can reverse God's will. He should subject his anger at good for creating those dirty homosexual. Fuck that. Sounds like you need more fear. Random shooting of white males should convince them racism because it costs lives. Yes, I consider killing any colonialist and especially Zionist heroic, We need to kill more of them. I mean, it goes on and on. And this is a guy that was a top priority for, he hasn't even got a fucking name I can pronounce, but for our Prime Minister to get back into the country. I mean, even one of his own people in his own country said that he is an inciter and a criminal, not a political activist. Yeah, and that's someone from his own, yeah. He threatened to kill British people and called for more suicide bombings on posts on social media. Starmer supports a single man who wants to murder and terror our countrymen. And this is the thing. And this also, again, but I will use this for political means. This is your moderate Muslim. Even if he's not a terrorist, even if he's never touched a bomb, even if he doesn't know how to make a bomb. Even more reason to be concerned that this is okay. Because there's a lot of talk like this that goes on that people aren't aware of. That is okay because nobody's actually a terrorist, right? So therefore it doesn't matter. But they hide them. They don't dob on them when they think that they're actually doing it. And the culture means that if you've got a culture that hates white people, for instance, the extremes of that culture are going to do something about it. And we know the names, like the names, what was it? Was it Kafir? No, I forget what it was now. But names like Dirty Gura and all that, you know, meaning white slags, all the rest of it. We know there's loads and loads of that goes on, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, X is a horrible place, but sometimes it can expose some people. That's what's good about it. Is sometimes, well, more to the point, people expose themselves just by opening their stupid fucking mouths, you know? Where's my glasses? Chances are his friend was Starmer is a Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. About the Egyptian guy wanting to be friends. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And therefore, why is he allowed to come here? Oh no. Oh yeah, rather you than me, Steve. I've got to say, mate. I've got to say, what is the date? Is it? I don't even know what the date is. That's how in tune with things I am, mate. That's how in tune with things. Oh no, okay. Hey, Dave. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Fancy? Yeah, I know. Fancy. I went live by mistake. I went live by mistake. And then felt guilty about going live by mistake, so stayed on here. But I've got a story. I was saying I've got loads of video I shot today. Even if I got to reshoot it, it's still got stories on. And I was going to try a different format of video. The format being short. Well, instead of me releasing multiple videos throughout the day like I do, just releasing something that was all together. Not necessarily huge breaking news, but just things I'm interested in and things that they don't report about, you know? And the things I've been asked to do in the past, to be quite frank with you, there's been things that people have asked me to cover, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to try. But it's just putting them together. The easiest part for me. I'm a video editor. It's the easiest part. Sometimes it's a lack of difficulty that can be a problem, isn't it? Difficulty means struggle, means trying. You know? I don't know. I'm making excuses. You just have these days where you just struggle and you don't even know why. You don't even know why. Your heart's in it. Your passion's there. You want, but I think it comes from overtiredness. But you don't want to admit that. That's why I'm saying it. Not looking at the camera. There's shame there. Because you don't want to admit that you can get tired. You want to be a machine until this is done. But the truth is, I've been going all fucking day long, um, trying to create and trying to solve problems. But the truth is, it does catch up with me sooner or later. And as I just as I stopped to take a breath then and admitted it, I could feel my whole body going, "Yeah, you're tired." So maybe it is just that. But I just feel really. It's like having not. I don't know. I don't want to be over dramatic, but it's like having an invisible barrier. I know what I need to do. I know what I've got to do. I know what work's involved. For me, it's like making a cheese sandwich. It's that easy in terms of planning out, and yet I'm struggling to actually do it. So yeah, it's initialization that's the hard part, getting going. And that just tells me that maybe I am tired. I'm starting to feel it now. Maybe it is tiredness. Um, I'm getting a fucking headache as well. Yeah, maybe it's just tiredness actually. 1 second, mate. I don't know. I don't know if he didn't know himself, mate. I'm wondering if he didn't know himself. Because it really takes an awesome twat not to understand that people can find deleted tweets and that. So either he's an enormously stupid twat, or it's going along with the Starmer policy of don't give a fuck. Yeah, I know that's going to come out. Don't care. I'm going to show the British people I hate them, and I'm going to show them that I'm going to help someone who hates them. A bit like, I don't know, a bit like teaming up with a white supremacist or something to help solve racial issues. Do you know what I mean? But the other way, maybe it's just his way of saying, another way of demonstrating to the British, I hate you. And to prove it, I'm going to help someone that hates you. And I'm going to tell you, this person that hates you has been my top priority. He told you that. That's his words. My top priority has been helping this guy get home to his family so that he can hate on you. His top priority hasn't been fixing the country, protecting the people getting stabbed. His top priority has been getting this guy that hates you into the country. Don't ever forget that. Because he's told you that today for a reason. He said top priority for a reason. Don't miss the truth when it's told to you, because that's what they rely on. They rely on you not noticing when you've just been told the truth. And that's how they get away with legal issues. He's just told you the truth. His top priority was not you. It was getting this scumbag into this country, whilst the rest of you were getting thrown in jail and everything else. And he just told you that to your faces. Yeah. Yeah, Dave, you're right. Tom, you've been bouncing around with this stuff for days. Yeah, and I think that's what it is though, Steve. I've been bouncing around with it for days, and I haven't made the fucking video. You know? It's like, I should have made the video by now. What am I doing? Bouncing back, forwards. And, I mean, yesterday, admittedly, I realised I've been 5 hours live. I don't know how. And I was like, well, how do you expect, if you've been 5 hours live, to have had the time to make a video? So I cut myself some slack yesterday. But today I was a bit more like, I don't know. I don't know. You're probably right. Trouble is, you can't see the wood for the trees when you're stuck in, can you? Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I need my glasses. I am so blind now. I remember when I used to be able to see this so well. Those were the days. But you're right, I have been bouncing around. Karma is going to be a bitch. Do you know what? I hope so. I hope so. I hope he doesn't get away with all this. Yeah. Yeah, Steve. I really do hope, like, at the moment with COVID, it looks like karma's going around. It really does. I don't want to say too much because there's that's part of that video, that I was going to talk to you about. And there's a story that's come up in there, another one. But with Starmer, I don't know. I could see him doing a Blair and getting away with fucking everything, you know? I hope not. Hope not. But could you see it? Could you see him walking away and never having to answer to any of his actions? Because I can. Who's going to take him to task? Conservatives never do. That man, honestly, I mean, the Conservatives told you, we're putting you in austerity, and they left us there. Nobody else ever said we're taking you out. Labour kept us there. And we've been through all this poverty and that, just so that he could get in and then say, oh, we're going to put you under loads of poverty because we need the money. It's like, well, hang on a minute. We've done that for years and years and years and years and years under different governments. You're supposed to be the government that doesn't believe in that. I mean, they were the government that was slagging it off the whole time, weren't they? And it's funny, because we keep these austerity policies now, as we don't even call it that anymore, because we just live under it. And yet, I remember in the old days, prices used to go up and down, which means that sometimes things would get too expensive, and other times things like food and that would become so cheap you could fill up shopping bags. And that wasn't good for certain people. But for us, it was great. And it seems like since those days, they've stopped that for a middle-of-the-road policy where, yeah, they never lose, but we do. Because something changed when I was younger. Because a change in government, just a change in the economy used to mean you could afford a house all of a sudden, or you could afford bags of shopping. I remember a kilogram of pasta. Instead of, all prices go up eventually, right? But a kilogram of pasta, I remember, at one time would have cost, back then, 2 or 3 quid, would drop down to about 99p or something for a kilogram. Imagine how much that would cost you now. Prices were going down. That wasn't a good thing about the economy, but nevertheless, it was the cycle that we went in. Since that, we haven't had that again. I don't think I've seen food prices ever drop once since. And that was the thing about what I remember, was at least prices used to go up and down. Oh, up overall, but up and down. We don't have that anymore. We just have things getting up and up, and as a result, there are times when I don't bother going up to the shop to buy stuff because, one, I don't want to be depressed, but two, because they're local shops, they're more expensive. And I used to be able to go up there and spend, say, 25 quid, 30 quid and fill out 2-3 bags. Now I'll be lucky if I fill half of one or one. It's like, it's not worth it. I'd rather wait and go, somewhere, buy a blind, whatever else. But yeah, it's bad. One thing I will say about the last few days, though, although I'm stressing a bit tonight about the video because it's still not done, and the other videos that I said I was going to do aren't done from before Christmas, I will tell you that it's only paracetamol. I will tell you that I have been really relaxed over this Christmas, probably the first time in years, and I have really enjoyed coming online, even though it's probably not going to get me loads of new subscribers because of the way I've been relaxed. I have really enjoyed Christmas, even though I'm not seeing many people. I've enjoyed coming online rather than avoiding it like I normally do. I didn't mean to come online tonight, but other than that, I've enjoyed it. Even the times when I didn't really plan to come on, other than tonight. This is a bit weird being online when you didn't plan to be. But I mean, every other time I pressed the button knowing, and I've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it, chatting, and yeah, it has been pretty relaxing, I gotta say. And I wasn't expecting it to be. Every other time I've ever done it, I've always felt like I had a bigger podcast, stress, hassle, trying to get numbers, and now it's not like I don't care, but I've been given a license to fail, if you like, which in itself gives you a license to be creative and try new things and be relaxed when you're doing it. So I'm enjoying that part. Once you found the magic sauce and people like it, people know what they like, and then they expect their dish served. And if you don't serve it, they'll let you know. So while I'm still making that dish, it's a great time to be creative. What's me with the food analogies? Oh, this is good. Sorry, there's some funny comments here. Hang on, you said Karma's going to be his bitch. Don't you mean he's going to be Karma's bitch? To be honest, I don't see an IQ point amongst any of them. Hypocrites one and all. Part of food prices dropping was the pound being devalued. Yeah, I remember how much it was devalued. But it was kind of awesome though for people like me, you know. And then yeah, because it was 2000. It was a period to me. I always remember it being 2006 to 2008, and I remember being in Greece in 2008, and everything changed overnight. Bang, economy crashed, and everything just. I came back home. Bear in mind, I've been going to Greece, and I was buying a cup of coffee that was costing me pennies, you know, and I came back home and was shocked at the prices, and then by the time that the ripples of that had shaken around the world, next time I went to Greece, which was not that lot far afterwards, it was costing me about at that point about £4 to have just a coffee in Greece. It was actually more expensive than it was in England. It's crazy. It was a crazy time, and yeah, that was a crazy time. I know, Dave. I was just taking the piss, and she's not Ukrainian. Yes, 2008 when the devil started appeal to the middle classes. Yeah, it was like I say, you know, things like pasta, which again for a kilogram of it would still cost you a few pound, you know, and that would drop to like £1. I don't know if you remember, but cans of beans would drop down to 8p. Now people might say, "Oh yeah, in the old days things were always cheaper." No, you don't get it. Cans of beans were like £1 or something like that, or 80p or 60p or whatever else. They were selling them for 8p, so they had dropped like hundreds of percent in some cases. They had dropped massively, not hundreds of percent. You know what I mean? They dropped massively, to a fraction of what they were. It was pasta, beans, rice, all this kind of stuff. I've never seen a price drop since. Like anything close like it. It was like mince, like it, whatever you can imagine, nearly everything you can imagine was dropping in price, and some stuff was dropping so much that, my God, you could fill bags and bags and bags up, especially if you're a pasta fan and things like that. You could fill bags of shopping up for not much money, and that was a drop in price. It wasn't, oh, back in the old days the prices were cheaper. No, the prices were more expensive, and then they went really cheap. Yeah, 23%. Yeah. Yeah, and then things got really, really bad. I knew things were bad because an 8 for dope went up in price considerably, and that was the end of the world. Do you know what I mean? That was the end of the fucking world. Like, illicit drugs costing more money. Disgusting. What kind of country is this? So yeah, you know, that's when I knew the country was going to the dogs, when you couldn't get decent drugs here. I'm kidding. No, everything went up in price. Everything. But it was the beginning of the end of people ever buying a house again. And no, I'm not saying it's directly responsible, but it was all around the same sort of time. The prices and that. The way money never seemed to return to its former value. Do you know what I mean? But then again, there were lots of decisions that have been made by the Bank of England and others that have weakened the pound anyway, multiple times. I'm amazed it holds the power that it does now, considering the sabotage that's been committed against it. What am I doing on this? What am I even doing on here? I should be making a fucking video. What am I doing, guys? What am I doing? One kilogram of potatoes for 5p. Wow. As a loss leader, as they are desperate to get people through the door. Jesus. Jesus. Huh. Could do some of that around my area. But no, I didn't realise that. I didn't realise that, Steve. That's crazy. Must be a thing about Labour governments, eh? Right, well, I have got a headache. I'm not going to get this video done, am I? What I'm going to do is, I've got all the files, got everything uploaded on the cloud, everything's ready to go. So perhaps have a rest and try and do it tomorrow. I just don't want tomorrow to be another day of excuses, but I might just get up, take this computer and just start on that straight away. I tend to find that gives me the best results. At least sometimes when I wake up and you don't know what, this is behind the scenes all this, yeah, but sometimes you wake up and you don't know what project you're doing, even if you've got a few on the ball. But this one's annoying me so much, at least I know when I wake up, it's going to annoy me straight into doing it. So that's what I'll do. It's not even that important a video, it's just if I say I want to do it, I want to do it. I want to get it done, you know. Doesn't matter if it's a bloody slideshow, if I say I want to do it, and get it done. So, yeah, try and get that done. And I want to get that YouTube video done as well, the one about YouTube's advertising. And then I'm up to date. And then we can look at some bigger projects. So I will catch you soon. Thanks for coming over again, guys. Always appreciate it. You know that anyway, yeah. And tomorrow's a new day, exactly. Tomorrow's a new day. I've got some new energy. And like I say, I have enjoyed myself. I've been nice and relaxed. For the most part, people have been really cool and understanding of my situation. So, you know, all's good. Everything's good in the world. Literally, out of thousands and thousands of people, I've only come across about 1 or 2 wankers this Christmas. Out of a population of however many people I've come across, that's a really good ratio. So I'm back on humanity's side this Christmas. Humanity has restored my faith for the time being. At least some of them have anyway. So yeah, you know, hopefully some good times ahead. I will see you soon. I will see you too. Is there a Freudian slip there? I will see you soon, my friends. Take care. Tom Fury, calling it a day for now.